Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Moments with Mama Sue. I'm Mama Sue Roseberry, and it is my pleasure to get to connect with you. And let me tell you, you already know connecting with you is the best part of my day. I look forward to it so much on the first and the third Monday of every month, just getting to meet with Mama Sue's family, all of you that have formed this community of viewers. And it is just the best thing ever. It makes my day. And I just get all excited about the opportunity to spend some time with you. Listen, we're going to have a great time today. If you're watching for the very first time, I need you to put that in the comments thread. Let us know where you're watching from. Want to give a shout out to Patsy. That was the first person I saw signed on today. Good to see you. And also to Caramy, my daughter. She's on here tonight. Hi, Cece. And also to Lori, our greeter. She's out there. She'll be going up and down in the comments thread and speaking to everybody. And it just makes for a wonderful evening of delightful conversation and fun. And we want you to be lively in the comments thread. Now, don't be out there and be dry. We want you to make comments and give shout outs to our guests and send those hearts up and those thumbs up and all of those things that we do to communicate. And most especially, we want you to and share like and share the information so that we can, of course, build our audience. We want you to know that Miss Annie is still available. Listen, the other night I did a Black History program and I almost sold out of all of the first edition copies. So I only have a few left. So if you would like to have one for the special children in your life, just go ahead and go to my website at www.sueroseberry.com and download or use the QR code. Go to the merchandise page and be able to order your copy. I will autograph it and send it your way. And the wonderful thing is, it comes with audio files. So you can have Mama Sue singing the musical rhythmic story of Miss Annie. And you can also have a sing along version. And when you go through the website and order it, you also can get a downloaded copy of a coloring book. Now, it don't get much better than that. I'm trying to do everything I can to communicate the joy and enthusiasm that comes with reading and sharing stories. So we want you to do that so you can keep up. And then the other thing that we want you to know is that we've got a lot of things going on. February, we'll skip January because that's already gone and I didn't create a new event notice. But for the 28th of this month, you see it highlighted in fuchsia. Guess what? Your girl is having a birthday. If the Lord delays his coming, I will be another year older. Now, don't get to asking me too many deep questions like, how old are you, Mama Sue? Old as black pepper? No, but I'm still here and just grateful to be alive and able to enjoy you all and able to have fun and just keep this thing going for as long as the Lord will allow. I want you to follow me on all of the digital platforms that exist. I'm out there in these cyber streets, y'all. Don't leave me out here by myself. So you all go to either Facebook, YouTube. I really need YouTube subscribers. So if you have YouTube capabilities, go over there and subscribe to my YouTube channel and see the content that I post there. And be sure and click the little bell on all of these platforms so you can know whenever I have new information to post. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, even TikTok. Mama Sue is on TikTok. And if you don't like any of those things and you just want to communicate with me via snail mail, well, you can write me to it, P.O. Box 51422, Midland, Texas 79710. And then, of course, if you want to be a support to all the things that I'm doing creatively, go ahead and hit that Cash App and send something along. And any amount is always a blessing and a help. Well, you all can't see my whole t shirt today, but I am repping for St. Jude today because there is a campaign going on at present where we are sending love or loving music and stop cancer. So that's the t-shirt that I have on today. If you would like to have one, all you have to do is go to my Facebook page, look for that post that I've put out there, and you can go to St. Jude and order one yourself. It's kind of cute, I think. It's got lots of bright colors on it. Love music, stop cancer. The work that they do in supporting families who have sick children is absolutely amazing. And I heard someone say it is the most wonderful place that you never want to go because going means that you have a sick baby. But we want you to plug into that and support that effort if you can. If you'd like to have a t shirt, then just go on over to St. Jude and get that Love Music Stop Cancer t shirt and tell them Mama Sue sent you, that you were able to see it on Moments with Mama Sue. Well, without any further ado, we're getting ready now to welcome our wonderful guests for today. We've been very, very fortunate to have great guests, and today's guest is the voice and the innovation and inspiration behind the Rhema Gospel Express radio station and broadcast and all the wonderful things that they're doing. He hails from San Antonio, Texas. He is a minister of the gospel. He even is an artist. He sings, he does lots of things. And we're not going to try to peel back all of those layers in the intro because I want to bring him on screen. So I want you all to welcome our guest for today, who is none other than Elder James Lockhart.
Choo choo! All aboard the gospel train. Like,
Welcome to Moments with Mama Sue.
yes, yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. Woo!
Well, tell me, how is the weather in San Antonio today?
Oh, we have sunshine. The weather's beautiful today. The weather's beautiful. Week ago, couldn't say that, but today, sun is shining. You know, as that old song goes, sunshine, blue sky. Yeah,
Well,
yes.
that is wonderful. Well, listen, I am so excited about you being here. I think I lost a little sleep because you are the voice, the ambassador, the one who interviews all of these wonderful celebrities and artists and different people worldwide. And here I am today getting to ask the questions. So I didn't come in. I was trying to bone up and get ready. So listen, start off by telling us, how long have you been doing radio?
Actually, I started off doing radio with KROVFM.com, and I'm still doing it on Sunday mornings. It's been about like 14 years now. 14 years now. Didn't know anything about the radio. Um, a gentleman by the name of T.C. Calvert Sr. stopped me because he always used to see me on television. And he stopped and said, "Hey, call my son so you can get on the radio." And I had just moved back to San Antonio from Dallas. So I called his son, Tommy Calvert Jr., who's the commissioner here in San Antonio, Precinct 4. And he took me to a class, and next thing you know, I was there. I thought they wanted me to buy some time, but actually, they allowed me to be able to come in, and I didn't know a thing about radio, but I watched, and And I brought a friend on by the name of God's Messenger, and I thought that that he knew a lot of gospel artists, and he lives in Boston, and we were on the phone, and went on the free conference call, and we were talking to different people all across the world. He's in Boston, I'm in San Antonio, somebody's in Washington D.C. or New York, and these were independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he had set me up to talk to Dr. Bobby Jones,
Woo.
and I called Dr. Bobby Jones, and I said, Dr. Jones, my name is Elder James Lockhart, and quickly he said, call the office Monday morning, and hung up on me. So I called God's Messenger back, and he called Dr. Jones, and I was told to call Dr. Jones back. We did an interview, and it was very well. And the amazing part was about when Dr. Jones went off his last performance, I think, when he went off the air before he retired. He said there was somebody somebody in Texas I hung up on, and I'm looking at it on television. I said that was me. But I
No, you
became
got
good friends
famous
with.
for getting hung up on.
But I became good friends with Everett Drake, and and it's just been amazing. It's just been amazing and enjoying, and I like to say that I met a lot of people, but meeting you and seeing you the first time, and as I mentioned before, I'll never forget when I came down to your city and saw you perform, and I'm like, that I've got to do more. I have to do more. There must be more that I can do, because you encouraged me very much.
Oh, well, see there. That makes my day. Well, listen, you have been interviewing people and allowing them to talk about their ministries on your platform. You're so unselfish about sharing that platform. Where do you find the motivation for doing that?
When you hear the testimonies of people, and music is not, some folks just sing. But when you hear testimonies, for an example, when God's Messenger and we were talking to a young lady, and she began to share that she was a prostitute, and she used to go to church and pay her tithes and ask God to help her and deliver her.
Mm.
And she said, if you was to see me now, that I'm not that person anymore, but I sing to the glory of God. And then when another gentleman that we talked to, he said he jumped off of 10 flights of stairs and he broke his ankle. And God's Messenger asked him, he said, why did you jump? He said, I thought I could fly. And
Oh,
God's Messenger started singing, I believe I could fly, you know. And it was just amazing how he said that that caused him to turn his life around. And and just so many testimonies, and you stop and look at you know the what people went through, and how they where they were, and how God changed their lives. It you know it you just have to stop and say, Lord, I thank you, because that could have been me. But one thing that I found out, that in ministry, it's not about you, but it's about God. And if
mm-hmm.
everybody has a ministry that they have something that they can share to be able to help somebody else. So when I bring somebody on, they're like, well, what are we going to talk about? This is about you. It's not about me. It's not about, this is about you. Share what God has put within your heart.
That's just real good. And it offers people an opportunity to have a platform to talk about what God has done in their lives and also to share their ministries. We're talking with Elder James Lockhart of the Rhema Gospel Express, and I want y'all to sit tight. And right after this announcement, we'll be right back. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Miss Annie from way down south. She's loud, she's fun, but you'd better watch out. Put on your seatbelt and take the rollicking ride with the unpredictable Miss Annie as she whips and turns and drives straight into your heart. Own it today at www.sueroseberry.com. If you just joined us, we have as our special guest tonight the Reverend James Lockhart of San Antonio, Texas. He is the voice and inspiration behind the Rhema Gospel Express. Choo choo! I've had of riding on that train on interviews and sharing with him. Now tell us a little bit about James Lockhart, the artist, because you've been doing a little singing lately. So kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, and again, I grew up, and the first song that I wrote was back in 1980 on the back of a garbage truck. I was bored, and I was just and the song just started coming out, and I always wanted to do something, and then I met two artists, Phil and Brenda Nicholas, and they've been very inspirational and motivating to me. And as I watched them over the years, and then Dr. Bernard Johnson, um, and just so many artists that I could name. But the thing about it is that the artists spoke into me as I listened to them, and I said, Lord, I want to sing. I want to sing, and I would always sing. And just a few years ago, here in San Antonio, I met a gentleman by the name of Legacy City, and I asked him if he would help me, and he directed and put everything together in the studio. And the song that he did for me was Power. I wrote a song called Power,
Mhm.
and another song that I did was Jesus is the Way Home, and that was done by Mr. Stephen E. Williams in his studio here. So it's you know these I've learned if you ask God and trust God, and if your heart is right, God will bless you with what your heart's desire.
Yeah, he will do that. He's good like that. And you're such an humble man. Now, you recently got married. It hasn't been a long time, so you're still kind of in that newlywed phase. So tell me, what has life been like now for the dynamic duo? What things are you involved in doing in ministry together that you had previously done solo?
Well, she's very motivating. Um, when we got married, and she wants to do. So I was able, I'm on All Nations TV. I was able to help her also to get on Spectrum TV here in San Antonio because I'm on Spectrum. And but she got caught up into what do you call this when um, speaking on the mic?
Oh, podcast.
Podcast, yes. I
Okay.
mean, she's all excited about that. She's been doing it now for about 2 months, and she's excited. I got 500 people that are listening, and
Ah,
most of all, she's a praise dancer. Um, she's a praise dancer, and I mean, she just lightens up my life with ministry. So it's that's what we do together. Like this coming Sunday, I will be ministering at my home church, and whenever I minister anywhere I go, she always praise dance.
Ah, ain't that sweet, y'all? Y'all put some hearts up for that to have her praise dance before he speaks. Well, let me tell you that you're not just a run of the mill radio announcer because you, of course, have your own internet radio station, but you were nominated this year by the Texas Gospel Music Excellence Awards for Radio Host of the Year. Congratulations.
I didn't know anything about it. I had a phone call from a friend of mine in Houston that called me and said, "Congratulations." I said, "For what?" He said, "You're one of the nominees. You made it to the finals." And I'm like, "I did?" And he's like, "Yes." And so I called Milton Wallace, who's over All Nations TV,
Mm.
and he's like, "Yes, you're one of the finals." And he directed me to where I could see it at because he had emailed me all the information. So it was, I mean, I was just excited. I put in for it, but I didn't know, you know, I was just surprised. I was really shocked.
Ah, well, see, there's that humility. But you've been doing this a long time consistently. And when you're working for the Lord and you're doing what you do, sometimes, every once in a while, the Lord will send along things like this nomination for Radio Host of the Year just to encourage you. You weren't doing it looking for awards from men, but God will send along something just to encourage you. Lori is saying congratulations to you for that. Letha Strambler is saying congratulations. That's awesome. Carmi gave you a couple of emojis, the little celebration hats, and congratulations. We think it's wonderful here at Moments with Mama Sue that you've been nominated for those things. For those of you who are listening and watching, we want you to be able to follow Reverend Lockhart. He's going to say something and then I'm going to put his information up. Go ahead.
The, you know, for me to have my own station, I've been told for years that you need to start your own radio station. And I kept telling people I'm not ready. But there's a gentleman that lived way up north that I interviewed about 6 years ago, Caucasian, up in age. He called me and said that he wanted to take, he's a truck driver, and he called me and said that I'm coming to San Antonio and I want to take you and your wife out to eat. So he came to San Antonio while we were sitting in Applebee's talking, having a nice conversation. He put a seed on the table and said, "Start your own radio station." I had no idea how to start my own station. The next day, while I'm on my way to work, well, we went to church. I'm sorry, went to church the next day. But Monday, while I'm on my way to work, he uh, he had made it to Little Rock, Arkansas. 7:30 in the morning, he called and said, "I put another seed in your Cash App.
Mm.
Start your own radio station." So I immediately called Mr. Milton Wallace and asked him, I'm like, how do you start a radio station? I don't know what to do. But he directed me to a person who I was with for a year, and which was United Gospel Network. And just a few months ago, I changed over to another network, and it's still success. And there's a young lady that I support that I kind of like. She lives in Nigeria. She's 14 years old. She's a singer, and
Mm.
she also ministers. And just to see the excitement on her face, she calls me daddy, but just to see the excitement on her face, she said, "Thank you for mentoring me. Thank you for helping me." And I get joy with that.
Ah, that's good stuff. You know, if we will ever learn, this is a whole nother topic. We ain't even got time to unearth it today. But if we could ever learn as artists how to support and help one another, Because really, the gospel music industry is not that big. It's really not that big, and we make pennies on the dollar compared to secular artists. So we need to just learn how to work together and support one another in the things that we're trying to do, and we would see greater success. That is wonderful. Larry, Elder Larry Henson is on today, and he's saying congratulations. Wonderful to have you, Larry. And Lori is saying blessings on blessings. Cheryl Jones is saying awesome, because it is indeed a wonderful, wonderful honor to have all of that. I wanted to take the moment to be able to share with everybody how you can follow Reverend Lockhart and be able to keep up with all the great things he has going on. There's his website. Did y'all hear me say Varls? There, there's his website at www.rhemagospelexpress.org. rhemagospelexpress.org. Or you can email him at rhemagospelexpress.san@gmail.com. rhemagospelexpress.san@gmail.com. And if you go there, Elder Lockhart, tell us about the times that you are on the air so they can know when they can tune in.
Well, on Sunday mornings, I'm on KROVFM.com starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. The I'm on and off on my station, on and off, because I'm constantly pushing and trying to encourage other artists or ministries. I have other ministries that's on from different parts of the city, and from all over. But but I'm on and off. But again, I invite you to tune in, and because we're playing independent artists, we're playing national artists. You just be blessed. And during the weekend, I don't have time to share with all the times that ministries come on, but we have some wonderful men and women of God that shares the word.
And you can also be able to see archived interviews. So you can be able to go there and pull up interviews that have taken place before, just like you can on YouTube for Moments with Mama Sue. You can go over there and see past broadcasts. And I invite you to do that, to like and to share and to keep up with all of the inspirational things that we have going on. It matters so much. And I appreciate your support and your love. It means more to me than I can even say. I'm telling you, welcoming you and having you support what I'm doing means everything to me. So, for those of you who have been asking, and some have, how can we support you, Mama Sue? Well, there's my Cash App for the things that I'm trying to do. I have a great big imagination, lots of creative ideas and things that I am trying to do in ministry. So having you to send financial support and of course the prayers, that's the big one. The prayers helps me to keep going and keep doing all of the things that I love to do in ministry. Elder Lockhart, before we get off, I want you to just share a word of encouragement with everybody, something that you would like to share with them to kind of lift them up, because that's what Moments with Mama Sue is all about, inspiration and positivity. So I'm going to let you have a last word before we get ready to close out.
It The word of God says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name." We're living in a day and time now where people are hurting, people are confused. But we that know Christ and the Christ is stirred up within us, the words that we speak out of our mouth will mean so much. The word says life and death is in the power of the tongue. God has given you the authority to be able to decree and declare, speak the word, not the situation, but speak the word. What does God's word say? It's because of God's word we can do all things through Christ because he strengthened us. He's strengthening us through his word. And as we worship him, worship, oh, will knock down many walls. Worship will carry you through. So know that success in life belongs to you. That's why Jesus Christ died, so that you and I may be successful within him. So as you continue to live, know that as you walk with God, God will walk with you.
Oh, I like that. Now that'll preach. You could preach that on Sunday morning. As you walk with God, God will walk with you. Woo! And I got another one. I got another lift on that. As you walk with God, sometimes God will carry you.
Come on now.
Come on now, he will carry you.
Mhm.
Lee and Pastor Patty Harris and Regina Wortham and all of you that have been on with us today, to Cheryl Jones. Thank you all for being here. I absolutely love having you here with us for Moments with Mama Sue. It's the best thing ever. We're getting ready to close out. I do want to tell you that on this weekend, on Saturday, I will be doing my biographical stage play, Sue Simply Unique Expressions, in Fort Stockton. In fact, take a listen. Yes, indeed. That's going to be happening Saturday in Fort Stockton. So if you can't get there, I do understand. But please send some prayers up and tell the Lord, Lord, please bless Mama Sue. Continue to give her strength to do the things that she's doing. And I will look forward to seeing you all again on the first Monday of March. Already, we already to the first Monday of March, where I'll have another exciting guest to bring on, and you all, of course, are invited along for some upbeat conversation. I love you. Woo. Now that's what I call a great show. Woo. We out of here. Mums and Mamas, Mums and Mamas, Mommy. Ah, now we can do it a little better than that. Mums and Mamas, Mums and Mamas, Moments. Oh, well, all right, come on with it. Mums and Mamas, Mums and Mamas, Moments. Yeah. Oh. Mums and Mamas, Mums and Mamas, Moments. Oh, wait. Mums and Mamas, Mums and Mamas, Moments. Mums and Mamas, never know what to expect. Hey! Mums and Mamas, Moments. Ow! Mums and Mamas, ow! Mums and Mamas, Moments. Yeah! Mums and Mamas, can't you? Mums and Mamas, Moments. Oh. Well, now we might be done a little bit too much. Sing it.